he was held to just 8 points on 1 of 4 from beyond the arc. So we'll see if he can crush Santa Cruz's hopes again.
Here's a look at the starting fives for each team. Keaton Wallace, George King, Siobhan Thompson, Xavier Moon, Nate Darling for AguaCaliente, Mawugbe, Jerome Robinson, Caleb Ledoux, Eli Pemberton, and Kendall Smith for the Sea-Dubs who win the tap.
And Kevo, you could sense it just coming into the arena. This is a Saturday night crowd.
Oh yeah.
This one is going to be pretty packed, and the fans are animated already.
Oh, the Sea-Dubs really need this one if they want to stay in the playoff race. They are only 2 games out of the last playoff spot, but they are second to last in the conference. There's a lot of teams jumbled up.
That is crazy.
Yeah, so they're 12th out of 13 in the West, and they probably need to win all 7 games to get into the postseason. But not everyone plays the same number of games due to that postponed and canceled first week. AguaCaliente will play 33 regular season games. Santa Cruz will be 32. Robinson, 2 guys in his face.
Had to shoot it with the shot clock winding down.
Offensive rebound for the Sea-Dubs. Eli Pemberton, a little Euro step around Siobhan Thompson. Mawugbe, another rebound. They got to get a shot off. They don't realize it. Shot clock violation. There's a look at Eli. Making start number 16 of the regular season. Our officials, Robert Hussey, Nate Anderson, and Ryan Sassano. Moon, super quick with the ball.
He was definitely thinking about Mawugbe blocking the shot. That's why that layup attempt was way strong.
Mawugbe averaging nearly 2 swats per contest. And the thing that we've seen really from Selim recently is his offense is coming along.
Yes, and it is not just simple catch the lob, dunk the lob. He is finding angles. He is catching the ball on one side of the rim, going to the other side to finish. So he's definitely starting to develop a stronger feel around the basket, and he is learning how to score even when it doesn't look like he has an easy angle.
The Clippers win the tap. Corner 3 for Keaton Wallace. No good. There's Siobhan Thompson nearly getting the rebound. Santa Cruz running with Caleb Ledoux. He thought he was going to have an open lane. It wasn't there. Pemberton an open 3.
Caleb Ledoux is not shy about attacking the basket and trying to dunk on people, but he did not him at the rim.
George King, pretty physical dude.
But Ledoux ended up making a nice pass, and Santa Cruz ended up getting the open 3.
Wallace off target. Tapped out there nicely by Jerome Robinson. Pemberton. Darling defending Robinson, hand in his face. And Thompson the rebound. 4th in the G League in rebounds per game is Siobhan Thompson.
Robinson tapped himself on the chest and put his finger up in the air and said, "My bad." He clearly realized that that was probably not the best shot early in the clock off the dribble.
Oh, Siobhan Thompson slamming one on Selim Mawugbe. Thompson, a double-double machine in the G League, 11 and 11. Float game on point for Jerome.
That's already 4 shot attempts for Robinson the first couple minutes.
It's his first make. Averaging a little more than 18 per game with the Sea-Dubs is Jerome in his 18th game. Moon lost it. Pemberton, the theft. Smith just muscle one up. Second attempt, no. We'll have a 3rd bite of the apple. Nice screen by Mawugbe, and then Robinson gets hacked in the act.
Well, without Quindary Weatherspoon, Jerome Robinson clearly understanding that he is going to need to score a lot of points tonight. And, hey, it might take a lot of shots for that to happen, but he has the ultimate green light right now.
And Seth Cooper only has guys on true G League contracts available, and the same can be said for Paul Hewitt, AguaCaliente Clippers head coach. Not every day in the G League now with two-way contracts and stuff where you have only guys on full G League contracts available. No two-ways, no assignees. This guy's hungry to get to the next level. Darling coming off a screen. He is a sniper.
He knocked down 3 threes against the C-Dubs on Tuesday, although it felt like 7.
Yeah. He is having a much better second season in the G League than he did his first year when he was on a two-way with Charlotte and Greensboro. There is Paul Hewitt. March Madness time. He took Georgia Tech to the Final Four in 04, and Coach Siobhan Thompson at George Mason in his second year. He's also the head coach at Siena, where Drew and I had the pleasure of going.
I wasn't sure if you were going to go that direction, but yes, we played at Northwestern and at Siena on the same trip.
And lost in Albany because our bags did not make the flight from Chicago to Albany.
Wasn't that our Sweet 16 year?
That was our Sweet 16 year. First loss of the season. Only non-conference loss. Until Texas in the Sweet 16.
Did Siena make the NCAA tournament that year?
I think they did.
We got to look that up.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of the NCAA tournament, Jordan Ford, who just made that pass, his St. Mary's Gales lost today to UCLA, so the Bruins on to the Sweet 16.
Congrats to Mick Cronin and company. How about those St. Peter's Peacocks, huh? They're up 10 in the second half right now.
Are they?
Yeah. Coming the other way, 9-5 Santa Cruz off a C-Dubs miss it to Xavier Moon and 1. This guy was a tryout player for AguaCaliente, and he got called up to the LA Clippers for 2 10 days. I mean, there was thoughts that he would stick with the LA Clippers. So a long way he has come. I was talking with Coach Hewitt before the game today. Said GM Matt Morales credited him for finding this dude in the Canadian Elite Basketball League, where he was a 3-time Player of the Year. It's one of 2 pro leagues in Canada. As he gets the free throw to go down to complete the 3-point play. Santa Cruz playing both LJ Figueroa and Selim Mawugbe. Robinson out to Ledoux. Nice drive, but there's Thompson, the rim deterrent. Smacking that out of bounds. Another look. That's Siobhan Thompson saying, Smith, a little push shot, shot it with one hand. Corner 3, Nate Darling.
He has a lightning quick release.
Yeah. And he gets in a rhythm. He can really make you hurt. A lob inside. Selim Mawugbe with the dunk.
You think that pass was going to hit the rim?
I thought it might have been going
in.
I
know.
Darling. Oh, Selim disrupting the lob. A run out for Figueroa.
Oh, that's a travel.
Yeah. Showtime, folks.
He ran with it.
I've seen players take 9 steps and not get caught.
Hey, it's not traveling unless you get caught.
There you go. And one, Siobhan Thompson. Yeah, Paul Hewitt's still a little miffed about that non-call.
I think it was so surprising to the officials that they just kind of locked up and froze.
Up, making sure their energy is up and making sure that they've got more energy than the opponent on both sides of the court. So they'll have their challenge in AguaCaliente tonight, but hopefully they'll bring up that energy as they talked about. Back to you guys at the desk.
Thank you, Zena. And one good stat to look at from the energy department, offensive rebounds, and so far so good there for Santa Cruz with 4 offensive caroms corralled. Corner 3, Caleb Ledoux sinks it. So Caleb with his first field goal. Jordan Ford, shot fake. Moon stepping behind the line.
It's because he looked down.
Yeah. They post up Mawugbe. And one.
That was a aggressive post move from Mawugbe, which we do not see very often.
So Selim now 2 for 2 for 4 points. And that shooting percentage, which been kind of around the low 50s, now up to 64%. And he hits the free throw. He's also up to 71% from the stripe. So nothing but good stuff for Selim Mawugbe.
Definitely trending upward offensively.
Up to 6.1 points per game, and he's got 5 in this contest now. Into the corner, and there's Jerome Robinson blocking the shot at Darling. Shovels it inside for the newest AguaCaliente Clipper, Chris Walker. Guy who's played in the G League for quite some time, winning a G League title back in 2019 with RGV. Corner three, Ledoux, not this time. It slipped out of the hands of Moon, but it went right to King. They get it inside to the guy they call Skywalker, and he can't baby hook it home. Offensive rebound, Darling. I think that was partially blocked.
If it wasn't, he at least had Mawugbe in his thoughts.
A lob for Selim, who guides it to the rim and one.
That is a perfect example of how he is maturing offensively. This takes skill, touch, focus, and he executed it perfectly. What a extremely difficult make right there.
I mean, I know the big man position isn't once what it used to be in the NBA, but there's always still a need for size, and if he can kind of continue this trajectory, Selim might have a chance.
And that is a nice looking shot from the free throw line.
He's got 8 points now. Santa Cruz with a 6-point lead. Of course, they got off to a great start on Tuesday. They led 19-4 against AguaCaliente, but that lead was turned into a 10-point deficit by halftime, and they lost by 15, 118-103. Emmett Williams' first action. It goes off to Walker, has to hoist. And Santa Cruz gets the stop with the Robinson rebound. Ledoux attacking Walker. Ooh. Somehow snuck that one in.
We talked about it earlier in the quarter that he is someone that is not bashful about attacking the basket and trying to dunk on people there. He didn't try to dunk it, but still, that was a really nice finish.
An 11-2 run for Santa Cruz, and Paul Hewitt has to stop the action for his AguaCaliente in the NIT today.
How about this stat for you? Entering tonight, the Clippers allowing just 10.9 fast break points per game, the second fewest in the G League. Santa Cruz already with 7 fast break points.
That's a good number from a Santa Cruz perspective. I don't know what happened there.
Ball got deflected. But Paul Hewitt cannot be happy with his team's effort getting back in transition defensively.
Overall, a very solid defensive team. They are second in defensive rating, giving up just a little more than 105 points per 100 possessions. Emmett Williams inside, no. Chris Walker, yes. Leaps and bounds of athleticism. And nearly turned over. Figueroa is going to have an open corner three. Walker the rebound. There's Moon.
Stopped on a dime.
He's lethal in the mid-range. Missed there. Nice outlet. Frankie to LJ, but he misses. Ford the other way. Jordan Ford, a little scoop to the hoop.
Quick shot right there. Well done.
Good ball movement here for Santa Cruz around the perimeter, setting up Ryan Taylor, a 41+% corner three shooter.
And they just kept swinging it until they got it to the best shooter on the court in a blue uniform.
Averaging a little more than 7 per game this year, Ryan Taylor. As Trayvon Scott is on your screen. Moon to the bench, the former Moorhead State product. Jordan Ford lost that into the backcourt. Over and back. A careless turnover there for the ACC. Go inside of Figueroa, who's fouled by Scott.
Santa Cruz in the bonus.
A really good first quarter here for the Sea-Dubs, though, of course, they were up 30-22 after 12 minutes of play on Tuesday night. And their 15-point loss. LJ averaging just under 17 a game now in the regular season. 9.2 rebounds. Hits the free throw, the 81% foul shooter. Santa Cruz leads the G League in free throw percentage at 81%. Walker, well short. LJ spotting up and cashing it in.
And that was a real nice job by Pemberton to cut all the way through.
Yes.
So that way the defender had to stay with him. And that freed up Figueroa to be that wide open.
And of course, he was assisted by Ferrari on the play. Darling strong there. Walker keeping it alive to keep the possession going here for AguaCaliente. Ford. Williams trying to back his way down on the smaller Ferrari and runs into Figueroa and gets fouled.
Well, Williams had made up his mind. I am getting into the paint no matter what.
So a 2-point free throw here for Emmett Williams, who has really improved leaps and bounds. Paul Hewitt saying he is a great guy who played at LSU for a couple of years. Broke LeBron's scoring record of the Jordan Classic in high school. He had 44 points in a game in which he shot 22 of 23 from the field.
What is that, an all-star game?
Yeah.
How many threes did Steph make in the all-star game?
16.
So he kind of did break Clay's record.
Yeah, he kind of did. Taylor, no. And Pemberton gets fouled, or loses it going up, I should say. He's not fouled.
Did you reveal what you felt about the play?
No, that was just a slip of the tongue. Chris Walker lays it in.
Walker, as you said, nicknamed Skywalker.
Yeah.
He has all the physical tools.
Another former McDonald's All-American. Jacob Evans was open,
He was
ready
open
for the pass.
It's like he was telling Ferrari to throw a bounce pass on that one.
Yeah, and Ferrari, I think, also said, my bad, I should have bounced it to you.
Clearly, he felt like Evans was going to continue his roll towards the rim. Sometimes when you're just not on the same page, or if you're not in those situations very often, you don't know the tendency of your teammate.
Williams, a 50% three-point shooter, cashes in again. He's 13 of 25 now after that make bonus distance. You get a 2-for-1 here if you're Santa Cruz. Lead's been cut to 5. Pemberton, great probing and gets fouled. Moogbe and Ledoux going to get back in. Taylor and LJ to the bench. So here's the 2-point free throw for Pemberton, who's 83% from the stripe. All right, so the first part of the 2-for-1 was executed well. Ford, big-time chess player growing up.
Has he ever played against Klay Thompson?
That's a good question. Emmett Williams, not this time. 4 seconds left. Ledoux dribbles into a deep one. Oh man, that almost dropped. Well, that'll take us to the end of the first quarter. Visiting Pauly.com. It's Keaton Wallace, George King, Siobhan Thompson, Xavier Moon, and Nate Darling, the 5 on the floor for the white-clad AguaCaliente Clippers of Ontario. Darling off a screen, flips that one up. Just playing with a lot more confidence this year. Second year as a professional basketball player. Played at Delaware, whose Blue Hens given Villanova a run for their money for maybe 17 minutes yesterday. And Daniel James Howell's Delaware Blue Hens, we should mention, our technical director. Darling, 92% from the stripe, averaging close to 16 a game this year. The first Nova Scotian to play in an NBA regular season game when he stepped on the floor March 13th, 2021 for the Charlotte Hornets. Looking inside for Moogbe, but gets tipped and stolen. Moon racing the other way, sets up Darling. That's how you run a fast break.
Yes, it is. And Darling, that was not an easy catch, because that was a... Oh, what happened? There was a lot of sweat.
Yeah.
So I like it. Blow it dead before somebody slips and gets hurt.
Exactly.
But that catch by Darling was not easy, and then just went straight to the rim in one motion.
Emphasis on fast in that fast break.
Oh, Moon is very quick.
Yeah, I think he's one of the quickest players in the G. Robson trying to use his size to his advantage over Moon, and he does just that.
And gave the signal for he's too little.
Xavier Moon's listed at 6'2". Earl Robinson listed at 6'4". Side deflected right back to Darling, and he's able to get it to go.
The basketball gods are smiling on Darling.
Yeah.
Who basically turns it over, and somehow the ball comes right back to him, and he gets the score.
That's 15 for Darling, as Jerome Robinson is able to make one there. He's in double figures. Siobhan Thompson and posterizing Moogbe again.
And Thompson just trots back down the floor like, hey, I just did my job. No big deal.
And calm dude. He's a pro, and Moogbe gets it right back. Salem in double figures. (40-35) Moon. Good ball movement here for Darling for 3. And
way strong.
Kendall outletting for Ledoux. Corner 3 off the heel. Moon getting past Ledoux. Keaton Wallace now. George King on the follow-away. It'll drop.
Even when it didn't go straight through the net, it was still pretty. George King, smooth.
Nice pass into the corner. Ryan Taylor's going to take his man off the dribble and float it in over Siobhan Thompson. Okay, Ryan.
Yeah. Your tone is, whoa. We don't see that very often from him.
I figured when he caught it in the corner, he was going to put that thing up. Moon gets a lot of elevation on that midi.
I think that we've seen more friendly bounces that have gone in tonight than we have in any game all season.
Somebody sneak in after hours and soften the rims.
Except, of course, Ledoux's 3 at the end of the first quarter that rattled out.
Kendall gets the pick. Kicks it out, Taylor. Pulling up from the elbow. Trying to show his off-the-bounce game here tonight. 3-point lead for the Sea-Dubs. Here comes Moon. Loves that pull-up. It's a guy who attempts nearly 5 non-paint twos a game. And Xavier Moon, very proficient with. The only time I dyed my hair was to be Data for Halloween.
To be who?
Data from Star Trek.
Ah.
Yeah. You're not a Trekkie, I take it, Drew. I used to be.
I can concur. I am not a Trekkie.
That was when I was 7.
So you haven't dyed your hair since you were 7?
I don't think so.
All right. Yeah, I can say confidently.
You never went through a bleach phase?
No, I never did the frosted tips.
Okay.
No.
Didn't want to be like Eminem when you were 14 years old?
Well, I mean, of course I wanted to be like Eminem, but just didn't do the hair.
Kendall Smith gets it in. There's Robinson. A little step back from the baseline is pretty.
That's a tough one. He's getting his mid-range game on tonight.
That is 12 for Jerome Robinson. Nate Darling has 12 to lead AguaCaliente. He's on the bench.
Robinson just got drilled on a screen.
Wallace is short. Robinson appears to be okay. Ledoux stepping back, right baseline. Oh, and it falls in the lap of Evans. Kendall Smith the 3. He's really improved that 3-point shot as the season has gone on. It doesn't drop there. Good ball movement here for AguaCaliente. Wallace attacking off the catch and floats it in. He's turned into a big-time scorer for the Clippers. Came into training camp kind of thought to be one of their defensive stoppers. He's averaging 18.7 a game as Evans turns it over as he slips, and then
Nice
Robinson.
hustle.
You said it right there, Drew. Great get back there for Robinson as Ledoux misses the corner 3. Jordan Ford. Thompson wants it inside. Wallace will drive instead. Good ball movement again. 4-3. And the Clippers take the lead.
High scoring one here tonight.
46-44. Both teams on pace for 120 or so. Figueroa. Nice pass into the corner. Robinson was open. Instead, it's a turnover, and Moon lays it in. And Seth Cooper has to stop the action. So, AguaCaliente at one point. Apparently, I'm being told by Daniel James Howell III, breaking news, that just went on sale, that kid is rocking. Also, those are the preferred Padres colors, the brown and yellow.
Is that right?
As much as I hate St. Francis as a Bellarmine Bell, I like that brown and yellow for the San Diego Padres. Here's Frankie Ferrari. Puts it on the deck. Good ball movement here. 1 to shoot. Frankie just gets it off in time and lays it in.
He had that clock ticking in his head.
2-point ball game. Frankie his first deuce. Moon. Trey Scott. Guarded by Jacob Evans.
Wow, nice spin move. Ferrari went for the double team, and Walker was able to spin his way right through it.
puts the Clippers back up by 4. And mentioned Scott and Evans guarding each other. They were teammates at Cincinnati. There is Jerome Robinson for a corner 3. He's got 15. Fifth made 3 of the game for the Sea-Dubs. It has been a struggle from beyond the arc for them most of this season, shooting 32%, which is 26th in the G League. Oh, good look inside. Siobhan Thompson for Chris Walker. His first game with AguaCaliente has been a productive one. This is already his 4th G League team this season, as there is a travel on SantaCruz. He's played with Long Island, Iowa, Texas, and now AguaCaliente all this year. In his first 4 years in the G League, he played on 1 team. In 1 year, this year, he's played on 4 teams. How's that for inversion for you? Wallace setting up Scott for 3. The former Cleveland Cavaliers a little strong. Ferrari pushing the pace. Setting up Eli. Won't go. King off a screen. Good look inside, but Scott is blocked.
The smallest guy on the court.
Yeah.
And can he hit the 3 also? Yes, he can. What a sequence for number 32.
Top 10 in the G in assists and assist to turnover ratio. He's got 5 points here in the second quarter. Jordan Ford deftly done.
With the left hand.
Reverse with the left there for Frankie, doesn't go.
Just didn't get it up high enough on the glass.
Chris Walker can't get the and 1. He'll have a 2-point free throw coming up. The Clippers are leading 54-52. They had accidentally given AguaCaliente a 3 for that Jordan Ford finish around the rim. And so this will potentially put AguaCaliente up 4 as they correct the score. Chris Walker coming into today had played in more than 200 G League games in the regular season. .203 to be exact. Misses the free throw. Rebound battle taken by Malik Dunbar, the former AguaCaliente Clipper, getting his first game action here tonight for Santa Cruz. This is his first regular season game with Santa Cruz. He's played in a couple of those games against Ignite. He makes a nice impression right off the bat.
He plays with a lot of energy and passion, and he can get a team going.
Jordan Ford again. He is so good at that shot. Pemberton. A backdoor cut for Frankie. Lobs it up, and there's Salah Mawugbe paying it off. Tie ball game here at the KPA. Move it over to Wallace. And finishes over Ferrari. Pemberton, nice crossover to the hoop, gets fouled. So Eli back to the line where he's hit 1 free throw already. Chris Walker will go to the bench with 10 points. Siobhan Thompson coming back in. It's a nice couple of bigs to have on true G League contracts. Couple of veterans there in Thompson and Walker as Pemberton leaves that free throw short, so the Clippers still lead by 2.
Pemberton over 80%, but that one never really had a chance.
83% coming into this one. Moon for Darling, sidestep, 3. Good box out there. Mawugbe the rebound, and here's Dunbar. Little hesitation move into a 3 for Malik. Oh, it was online.
It was.
Just a little short for Dunbar, the Auburn Tiger. Catch and shoot 3. Darling cha-ching.
He had just missed from that spot, and so he made the proper adjustment.
Coming inside, and Pemberton loses it. Well, kind of an important final 90 seconds here. Santa Cruz had tied it up, and now they trail by 7 after that Wallace push shot. They're dropping it in. Pemberton on the cut and finish with what hand, Drew?
The left. He wanted to make up for the turnover on the prior possession, and certainly did just that.
7 points for Eli.
Oh. Darling didn't want to take the shot. And did Thompson get off the floor on that
just
shot?
A little bit.
Just a little, okay.
Ferrari short there. 65-58. Falling away, Moon doesn't get it.
Nice tip by Mawugbe.
Yeah. He's done that a couple of times in recent weeks. Get a quick 2 for 1. Taylor. Stripped by Scott.
He realized it, and that's why he tried to shoot it, but still not good execution for Santa Cruz. And wow, yeah, it could have had the 2 for 1, and instead you could be looking at a double-digit deficit.
This is, yeah, kind of turned into a disaster of an end of the half for Santa Cruz. 12-2 burst here for the Clippers. Eli Pemberton with 8. Doing work on Darling. Spins and gets fouled, and he will shoot a 2.3. No, well, wait, in the act. Let's see what Nate Anderson says. Yep. 2-point free throw. Santa Cruz Warriors assistant coach Nick Kerr will be the walk-off interview with Arzina Keita, and then we will be joined by Rochelle Naroyan of the Second Harvest Food Bank of Santa Cruz County at halftime. Talk about the Swishes for Dishes program. And we'll look at some highlights, take a look at some stats, talk about the standings. It's a fun-filled halftime here at the KPA as Pemberton hits the 2-point free throw. And down into Moon, racing across half, and Santa Cruz did have a foul to give.
It's a good foul.
Yeah, it is. Kendall Smith heads up play.
To get to this week's
Do you remember who it is?
Florida Gulf Coast,
yeah.
right? Yeah.
Andy Enfield.
They're the only one.
Shaheen Holloway is probably not coaching St. Peter's for much longer beyond this weekend or next. He's the head coach of St. Peter's. And here's George King, contested by 2, leaves it short. 68-60.
That well again here in the second half.
That'll be Clippers basketball to start the second half. Keaton Wallace, Xavier Moon, George King, Nate Darling, and Siobhan Thompson as Brandon Boston makes his way back to the Clippers bench on assignment. Unable to go today with a knee issue. Don't think it's super serious. He played on Thursday, had 18 points on assignment in a loss to the Texas Legends. Wide open corner 3, and that's how the second half starts for Nate Darling, who's up to 21.
Great execution. It all started with Moon's drive and pass, and then one extra pass, and it got Darling the wide open corner 3.
Robinson, a catch and shoot 3 is short. Good setup there. Moon with 9 points. It's deflected, and Robinson nearly saved it. 5 on the timer for Moon. Pull-up game on point. 11 points, 9 assists for Moon. Kendall Smith beats the open Pemberton, but not until after he stepped on the baseline.
Not sure if he stepped on the baseline before he left his feet to make the pass, or if they said he landed. I guess that would have been a travel, so whatever it was a very difficult position to be in right along the baseline.
It's turnover 9, no matter how you slice it. Moon lost it, but it goes off Mawugbe's hand. $10 on the timer for the clip joint. Currently the number 3 seed in the Western Conference. Follow-away jumper Nate Darling in the building and feeling himself tonight.
Over Mawugbe.
23 now for Darling.
And the turnovers are just piling up now.
C-Dubs need to find something here.
There's just no life in the building right now. The air has just been taken out.
End of the second quarter was a really nice stretch for AguaCaliente. Darling saves
what a save.
But it goes to Robinson. Outletting for Ledoux. Defended well by King. And it'll be AguaCaliente basketball. That's a very solid team, the Clippers.
Well,
they overturned the call?
it.
All right. C-Dubs will take it. Pemberton got fouled, wrapped around by Darling, and that'll be the first on Nate and the first team foul on the ACC here in the third quarter. Oh, Wallace got up there to swat Robinson. Outlets for Moon, trailing is Thompson. Professionally done there all the way around by AguaCaliente.
On both ends, and it starts with the incredible effort defensively.
Lead a game-high 17 for the Clippers.
Looks like Kendall Smith again there almost landed before releasing the pass.
Well, the comeback trail has to start now for Santa Cruz. Pemberton inside, goes up and takes a bump.
Does such a nice job at getting himself to the line, drawing contact.
So Eli to shoot a 2-point free throw. Pemberton in this game, 9 points. He averages a little more than 12 per game on the season as we see Caleb Ledoux check out in favor of Ryan Taylor. 2 minutes and 40 seconds into the second half. Pemberton, Hofstra product, makes the 2-point free throw. 9th all-time in Hofstra history with 1,982 career points. Keaton Wallace and Mawugbe showing on the screen, commits the crime. Lob is deflected. Darling a 3. Oh, yeah.
Kind of got a funky side spin a little bit. Kind of shoots it from his other side. But hey, that's how he was taught, or that's how he naturally did it. And he is playing professional basketball as a result of it.
Whatever works. And it's working quite well for Nate Darling. Nice shimmy. Pemberton to the tin for the 2.
He just made a layup with his right hand.
Call the presses.
It just didn't look normal.
Eli with 13. They need to get some stops, and they don't. Jerome Robinson says it was all ball, but Nate Anderson says and one.
I mean, Clippers are going to get to 100 before the fourth quarter even starts.
Easily. They got 14 points here in the first 3:44 of the third, which puts them on pace for more than 42 this quarter, which would put them at 110 plus going into the fourth. 83-64. Javon Thompson now with 14. Jerome driving and getting fouled. Looking for his first points of the second half. Robinson at the line. Take a look at how he got there. Making one of those 0.5 decisions, attacking off the catch. Doing something within a half second of getting the rock in your hands. Pass, dribble, or shoot. Not just standing around, surveying the scene. LJ Figueroa will check in for Eli Pemberton. So here's Robinson. 24 games with AguaCaliente on assignment 3 years ago. He's got 17 against his former G League outfit. Played at Toyota Arena in Ontario, California, in the Inland Empire. Darling inside for Thompson, off his fingers and out of play.
Needed perfect timing on that one. The pin down, then the curl and the roll, and the pass was just a little bit too hot for Thompson, who actually has done a real nice job tonight at catching and finishing.
Robinson.
Well, that might be an offensive foul. They didn't call it, but I think Robinson got away with one, and you can see forward he is signaling to the official that he got pushed.
Selim gets credit for the bucket there. Might have even been tipped in by Thompson, who has it right now. Selim got off his feet. That'll be a 2-point free throw opportunity for Siobhan Thompson.
Moon is just so quick. He just is breaking down the Warriors' defense.
Siobhan, a 75% free throw shooter. Native of Jamaica, just like his head coach, Paul Hewitt. Siobhan is from Clarendon, Jamaica. Paul was born in Kingston, Jamaica. Left wing three for Ryan Taylor. Second opportunity. Ferrari will hoist.
That's going to be Santa Cruz ball,
Yeah. Figueroa, give him the credit there for keeping this possession alive as we hit.
Especially.
I mean, it's only been going up. AguaCaliente's 27 points in the first quarter isn't a ton for a G League game, but 41 in the second quarter and 17 not even halfway through the third. Nice little lob to LJ Figueroa, who muscles it in. Those two working in tandem again.
Nice touch. Soft hands to catch that and in the same motion to flip it in.
Not easy to do.
Was that a shot or a pass?
I thought it was a shot.
I think I'm with you on that, yes.
He's going to say it was a pass.
He's smiling. He knows it was a shot.
Nate Darling, 6 of 11 from downtown in this game.
Yeah. Darling tapped Robinson on the back and said, it was a pass. And smiled.
Thompson, 3 of 3 from the line. He's played with the Erie Bayhawks, Raptors 905, Wisconsin Herd, and now the AguaCaliente Clippers of Ontario in the G League. He's also played in Belgium and Germany and Spain. Well traveled, the Jamaican. Robinson driving and finishing through Siobhan Thompson.
Man, just threw his body into Thompson and was able to still focus and make the shot.
19 points for the
what a
13th
spin.
pick of the Clippers, Siobhan Thompson.
The big man, nimble.
Ooh. Rumble, big man, rumble. Figueroa, great rotation on that three, and he spins it in.
Thompson was in the paint and did not have the awareness to be out beyond the arc with Figueroa. That's a tough matchup for Thompson.
Well, a game with this many points, 14 does not seem like a whole lot. Evans gets the rebound. Jacob setting up Ryan Taylor. Extra pass, bounced for Ferrari. Jerome gets it back. 11-point game. All right now, little juice in the building.
Yep. Fans are into it more. Gets the players going.
Emmett Williams on the drive, and he gets fouled. That'll go on Jacob Evans III, or no, LJ Figueroa, excuse me. So Emmett Williams to the line. Spent summer league with Oklahoma City. Did not miss a shot in summer league this year. 6 of 6 from the field, 2 of 2 from downtown. Well, he did miss a free throw, 1 of 2. How dare he? Native of Lehigh Acres, Florida. Hits the two-point freebie. Emmett with 7 points, which is his season average. Robinson dancing with the dribble, gets his own miss. He's got 24 now. As Jerome Robinson's trying to take this game over.
He knew the moment it left his hand that it was going to be a little bit strong, and it's why he just stayed right there for a potential offensive rebound. Unfortunately for him, it just bounced right to him.
Ford flips it out. That'll be
That's the right call.
Yeah. This ball foul on Ryan Taylor. Well, this break allowed Frankie Ferrari to put some stickum on his hands at the very least. Two-point free throw good for Emmett. Lead back to 13. Plenty of time for Santa Cruz trying to snap a 3-game losing skid in the regular season. Shot is blocked.
Oh, how'd that get through to Evans?
Figueroa just hit a 3. Ooh, that one looked good too. LJ with 14. Here's Moon already with a double-double, 11 points, 12 assists. Thought about it. They'll take this one. LJ grabs the rebound. Dribble handoff for Ryan Taylor from 3. Taylor with 8. Santa Cruz down to 10, close as it's been in a little bit. Clippers led by 19 at one point. Figueroa, another rip down rebound. He's pushing in transition. Robinson. That's up.
And never had a chance. Santa Cruz right now just 5 out, spread the floor,
yep,
and try to outscore AguaCaliente because the defense on cue is just non-existent.
Nice pick and roll there with Trey Scott paying it off.
Nice cut.
And Jerome Robinson gets past his man to lay it in.
Both teams basically right now are just without a big man in there, and it is just all offense.
Track meet.
Nice slip by Figueroa and a great pass.
And Jacob Evans III hits the 3. His 7th made 3 of the regular season. and Santa Cruz is with it.
2 years in his knee. He lost cartilage in between his knee joints, and as of yesterday, did a PRP shot. That is a platelet-rich plasma shot that is known for cell regeneration and stimulating tissue regeneration. So hopefully that shot will help him as he gets his way back to the court. Back to you guys at the desk.
Thank you for the update there on Ja'Cory. Zena, nice block inside. Selma-Wugbe sending back Chris Walker. Could be a two-possession game here. Pemberton cutting. Oh, almost an uno para Eli, but not quite.
Early in the third quarter, we talked about how there was no life in this building. Santa Cruz just looked dead in the water, and it has completely turned around.
Elijah with 13. Chance to cut this to 5.
Clippers were at 93 points with a little less than 5 minutes to go here in the quarter. I remember looking up and saying, gosh, they could get close to 110.
Yeah.
And now,
they might not get to 100.
It's possible.
The corner, and then Williams. Walker at 10 points in the first half. Williams has hit 1-3. Doesn't get that one. Evans drops it off. Pemberton can't finish over Walker, but Evans keeps the possession. Kendall Smith for Taylor.
That was, why did he shoot it so quickly?
Yeah, it's a good question.
I think he felt like he was maybe going to fall out of bounds if he didn't shoot it.
That could be. Ford, this corner 3 on one end, drilled left wing 3 on the other.
Moon, that's his 15th assist.
Yeah,
he has just completely dominated this game with his playmaking.
Now he's going to shoot a 3 and drill it.
I mean, what a sequence. It's a 5-point game, and then Moon with the beautiful assist, and then the 3. He's got 14 points and 15 assists.
He has not played his last NBA regular season game. There will be a 7th and then some for him. They're playing 6 with the LA Clippers this winter. Smith settling into a 3, and so much for all that good mojo the C-Dubs had. Two for one here for AguaCaliente.
Gotta go.
But yeah, you do have to go. 4 to shoot. Moon draws the contact.
Yeah, pretty perfect.
I'm not sure how many people in America knew who Xavier Moon was before this season. Well, if you're a G League fan, and certainly if you're an LA Clipper fan, you know who he is now. This guy has been impressive. He's at Morehead State for 2 years after 2 years at Northwest Florida State, which is a junior college that Elgin Cook played at.
That's a big time junior college.
Yeah, that it is. A lot of Oregon Ducks go there, both men's and women's. 103.90.
Pipeline from Florida to Eugene. Ooh, a late whistle. Santa Cruz will take it.
Yeah, they need something. Stop this 8-0 run for AguaCaliente. So Robinson with a 2-point free throw. He's got 26. Santa Cruz within 11. $103.92. Moon kicking it out to Ford. 3 seconds left. Moon's going to have to hoist. Gets it off in time, and Santa Cruz does end the third with a stop. But they give up 35 points in the third.
Santa Cruz had 10 fast break points in the first quarter. Santa Cruz has 10 fast break points on the game.
Yeah.
No points in transition in the second or third quarters.
You mentioned in the broadcast that Paul Hewitt couldn't be happy with his transition defense. I think they got the message. That is a great play out of the timeout. ATO, as they call it, after timeout. And it's an and one for Pemberton.
We saw Golden State run this sort of action for Kelly Oubre last year. In that right corner, kind of cut in middle. You make it look like you're going to come up for a dribble handoff, and then you kind of just take this crescent moon angle, and you get that momentum going. And then we've seen them run it for Andrew Wiggins as well, coming from the corner.
I like that crescent moon angle.
Crescent moon angle.
Okay. That's why they pay you the big bucks, Drew.
Oh, yeah. The big bucks.
Nine-point game. Ford setting up Wallace. He hasn't really gotten loose in this game. Just 6 points for a guy who averages close to 19. Smith kind of side saddle to the hoop. Left it well short. Pocket passes a pretty one to Skywalker.
As you mentioned earlier in the broadcast, former McDonald's All-American. Incredibly gifted. Just hasn't quite been able to put it all together.
Really had a nice 4 years with
travel.
RGV, and that indeed is a walk. Kevin Dana, Drew Schiller, Zena Cada with you here. Daniel James Howell III, our technical director, as Keaton Wallace sets up George King,
who has had a very quiet night. Just 2 points. That was just his third shot attempt.
Well, he's rocking a new jersey. Normally wears 94. He's got a blood jersey on right now. 18.
And if you missed the open, we talked about King because he had a season high 29 points on 8 of 13 from beyond the arc against Santa Cruz on Tuesday. And did Pemberton just go with the right hand again? All right, this is what a weird night.
The seas parted for Pemberton as he got to the hoop. He's got 19 in this game. Santa Cruz continuing to fight hard here. They try to sneak their way back into this and snap this 3-game losing skid in the regular season. I mentioned in the regular season because there is a win against Ignite mixed in there for an exhibition game. They get their own miss, and then, tough travel there on Kendall Smith.
And a left pivot foot slid after the pump fake.
So AguaCaliente basketball. Probably another 2 wins for AguaCaliente, and they can feel safe about going to the playoffs. They've got 6 more after tonight. Good look inside to Walker. Trey Scott with a nice pass, and there's a foul, and Chris Walker will go to the line. Over the course of his G League career, he is a career 60% foul shooter. Time with RGV for 4 years. Iowa, Texas, Long Island, now AguaCaliente this year. Played in Summer League with Houston 2 years and Chicago 1 year. 27 years old. Gets it. Maybe that's why he wears number 27 this year. Robinson with the left hand. That is not easy, folks.
Give him 30.
Again, his season high 33 points. Earlier this season, it came against the Memphis Hustle in a win on March 4th, 120 to 117. That was the last regular season win for Santa Cruz. George King dumping it off to Wallace. Ford, wide open three.
Santa Cruz lucky. Not exactly sure where the breakdown was before. Just kind of meandered over towards the ball and was wide open.
Figueroa to cut it to 6. Can't do it. Oh, the outlet. Nobody was there to take it besides Selim Mawugbe. Mistake there from the Clippers. Ryan Taylor. Oh, but there's Mawugbe again. Barely got it out of his hands there before Walker sent it away. Walker wanted the lob. Get it on the block. Wallace attacking off the catch to the hoop. No.
Mawugbe did a nice job.
It'll be Clippers basketball. Siobhan Thompson will come in for Chris Walker. Some more good.
Right in front of that difficult bounce pass.
Again, our advanced IPM defensive play of the game. 1 of 2 steals for Jerome, who also leads all scorers with 30 points on 11 of 21. 9-point game. Jacob Evans all over that backdoor bounce pass. 5th steal for Santa Cruz. Robinson.
He just tried to get a foul there. And sometimes you do it. You have 30 points. The referees are aware of that, and they'll give you a whistle at times, but not on that one.
So the referees take into account how many points you scored?
They take into account that you're the best scorer on the team, and you know, they certainly will give the best scorers a favorable whistle on occasion.
I mean, at Burlingame High, you must have been getting all the calls.
Depends on how much money I gave the refs before the game, right?
Okay.
I didn't get too many calls really ever because I was out around the 3-point line most of the time.
That one just lips off the cup.
If I could go back and do it all over again, I certainly would have tried to be a more well-rounded scorer.
Okay. But 3 is greater than 2. As Thompson floats it in.
Would have worked a lot harder on my ball handling. I have no regrets at all.
In your next life, Drew.
Yeah, no regrets.
Ferrari, way strong. By the way,
wide open.
Siobhan Thompson is 8 for 8 from the field.
That's good. That's good.
Can't get much better. Keaton Wallace going away from the on ball. There's Siobhan Thompson again. Only has like 5 rebounds in this game. Darling, no. Yeah, Siobhan Thompson is in pain. This is not good. Did he get? Well, I don't know if he watched North Carolina Baylor earlier today.
I saw the play, the replay only once. Flagrant 2.
Flagrant 2 for Brady Manick in North Carolina. He connected with someone's head, but he had no idea the guy was there. It was a rough call.
Hashtag soft.
Yes. Siobhan Thompson is anything but soft. He's 9 for 9. And the Clippers lead by 13.
And he is grabbing his pectoral as if it is still very sore from what occurred. So
Evans, no, Mawugbe, okay.
I mean, his mentality has just grown exponentially over the last couple of weeks alone. Like he wanted to go crash the offensive glass to score there. He is thinking offense now.
He's got a double-double with 14 and 10 as George King floats it in. Just his 2nd field goal.
And it was a pretty one.
Yes, it was. Robinson, way strong. Played more than half of the 4th. Time starting to wear thin on the Santa Cruz Warriors here. Siobhan Thompson can't make it 10 for 10 if they call that a shot. Bounce pass to the cutting Robinson, who takes an awkward fall. Here's a look. Nice pass by Ferrari. Looking for a new season high, Jerome. 33 2 weeks ago. Figueroa and Pemberton checking in. LJ is 2 rebounds shy of joining Selim Awugbe in the double-double department. And remember, Drew, if he doesn't get to 10 rebounds, it's not a good game.
I'm well aware of that, yeah.
14 points, 8 rebounds. Might as well have had 0. We kid.
And then if he gets to 9, it's just even worse.
What are you doing out there? Free throw's good. We're joking. Moon. Darling on the drive.
That, I think he threw that off the glass as a pass to himself.
Oh, the lob, a little ambitious from Ferrari.
It was there, and those two typically connect.
Yeah. Frankie let him just a little too much. AJ Coco, our baseline camera operator right there. Five minutes to go. Poked away from King. It'll remain with AguaCaliente. Siobhan Thompson comes back in for Chris Walker. Wasn't back in for long. Darling.
Great defense.
Yeah. Ferrari back to Eli. And he takes the contact. And Pemberton kind of goes spread eagle there on the floor.
He needs to take an ice bath after every game.
Oh, yeah. 100%.
He just takes so many hits.
It's like the bump there from Siobhan Thompson. That is the 4th team foul on AguaCaliente. So Santa Cruz can shoot some freebies here down the stretch. And this is the best free throw shooting team in the G. 77% tonight, which is under their season average. The cutting Robinson stuffs it down, a new season high with 34.
Just palms it with his left hand. Cups it in there.
And deposits the deuce. Wallace. No. Thompson. And he gets tied up. And Seth Cooper thought they could have called a travel there.
It's close.
Yeah, I thought so too. Thought it was close.
Well, and since Thompson was in it, he's most likely going to win the tip.
Is he going up against Eli? Yeah, that's kind of David v. Goliath here. Just from a stature standpoint. Clippers win the tip as expected. Keaton Wallace. King on the drive. Doesn't get the and one, but he will go to the line. Frankie Ferrari.
I think it's on Figueroa.
No, yeah, you're right. Excuse me. It's the 4th on LJ. And that little reach in there late on LJ is what got called. Here's a 2-point free throw for George King. It drops out.
I thought that was on Figueroa, and I think he knows it. And he quickly gave the ball to the official to say, let me take it out.
This isn't the sportsmanship commercial
where
you go to your coach and say, it was off me, coach. No. This is professional basketball. We're trying to win here.
Correct.
Don't bail out the ref. 9 to shoot. Ferrari.
That is deep.
Deep three doesn't
just
go.
A little strong.
Stays at 9, the deficit for the C-Dubs. Moon nearly at his pocket, picked by Pemberton. Moon will rush to the rim and lays it in, and one.
He is quick and strong. So tough to guard.
That is a good combination. Moon. Underrated movie. Kind of an indie film from the late 2000s.
Yeah, who's in that one again?
I couldn't even tell you. But, I mean, the sci-fi nerd in me loved it.
Moon. I feel like I've seen that.
Sam Rockwell, if that rings a bell. Free throw's a little strong. And we have a foul.
Timeout.
No, timeout, excuse me. All right, 3:31 to go, fourth quarter. We'll step aside. Not close when Joe Horde puts on that turtle.
I mean, look, he's a celebrity.
Yep. He is the dude around these parts. He's been with the C-Dubs from year one, making his return tonight. Figueroa just a little off on that three.
Pretty much got to be perfect.
Yeah.
And C-Dubs really needed that three.
They did. 4 possession
Look
game.
at how quick he is. That is a foul for sure. He's just so hard to defend. He has completely dominated this game. 16 points and 15 assists.
There's Moon. Season averages this year for Xavier, 18.2 points, 5.9 assists. He's an 86% foul shooter. He's 10th in the G League in assist-to-turnover ratio. And he puts AguaCaliente up 13. They beat Santa Cruz by 14 in this building in January, and then they defeated them by 15 on Tuesday down in the Inland Empire. And Santa Cruz in danger of going to 0-3 against the Clippers, but Jerome Robinson gets up to 36 with that tape. Moon gets it back. Pull-up jumper. Smooth.
You have to sag off a little bit because he's so quick. And then he's able to hit the mid-range because he's got the space.
He's about 41% on non-paint twos this year. Takes a decent chunk of them. He can really get on a roll.
You want to get that number up.
Yeah. He can make them in bunches. Jerome Robinson. See if we can get to 40 tonight. There's been some big-time scoring performances in the G League recently. Nick Stauskas had 57, got called up. He scored 43 the next night, so he scored 102 games back-to-back. And Chris Clemens had 52 in a game for the Maine Celtics, 42 in the second half. 5 to shoot. 3 from Moon. Good night, Santa Cruz. Good night, Moon, says Moon.
Good Night Moon is a awesome book. I have read that to Chip probably 100 times over the last couple years.
What about Poppy? Too young
Not
for
quite
books?
yet, yeah. Well, no, we read her books, but the attention span isn't quite there.
Yeah, I hear you. Xavier Moon.
Oh, my.
Another one like DJ Khaled.
He basically won this.
But, folks, I'd be lying to you if I said it was looking good. Even if we are viewing these games through blue and yellow colored glasses. deflected out. Malik Dunbar going to get in here. Played in the Final Four at Auburn. A heartbreaking loss to Virginia. Dunbar gets a good look and puts it in. So 4 points for Malik Dunbar in limited action. But here's been the star of the show. Xavier Moon. Their announcer will say he plays amongst the stars. Brian S. Arrington as that three goes in. Love listening to Brian S. Arrington. He's got some funny lines. What isn't funny is that Santa Cruz is down to 128-108. Dunbar missing that three. And probably the last possession that AguaCaliente will shoot. Can Moon get the 30? Instead, he's looking for his 16th assist. Well, the Clippers really poured it on there in the last few minutes or so. Get up to 131. At least we are getting the Ali Beaumaye instrumental right now. Thank you, Andrew Rivas. Frankie a three. That'll do it. The Santa Cruz was down 19. They cut it to 5, and then Xavier Moon happened. 28 points, 15 assists for the former LA Clipper, who we believe has not played his final NBA regular season game.